Don't worry about what other traders think. Stay tuned, traders. We'll be right back. Good day, traders. Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Entering into our next week. Already a bit of movement on the markets after a fairly dynamic week last week. Nothing huge yet, but we have payrolls on Friday. Bank of Canada, I think the Reserve Bank of Australia this week as well. One of the hardest things to do as a trader is to not worry about what other traders think. Often we, especially retail traders, we go online, we read forums, we read commitment of trader reports, we just skim through the news, we look at the figures on the economic releases, and oftentimes we're looking for information to maybe validate a thesis that we have about a trade potential setup. Other times we may be looking for different time frames or different reasons to validate a trade that we may be in that's not doing what it's supposed to do. Or we may read other traders' opinions about trades we're looking at or that we're in. And one of the hardest things to do as a trader is to just have your thesis, have your ideas, place the trade, place your stop, place your target, and accept the outcome of that scenario. Learn from that trade, regardless if it was profitable or if it was a losing trade or a break-even trade. Again, reviewing, summarizing, what did you do well? What could you have done better? Was your analysis lacking in anything? Was it an impulsive trade? Was it a trade that fit your best playbook trade setup? Those types of scenarios. Oftentimes we get information overload. It's very hard to think independently of the market and other traders. And one of the things to remember is that 99% of traders fail. I know they say 90%, I'm going to say 99. 99% of traders fail. It's challenging to think outside of the box. It's challenging to take a position at the maximum point of fear in the market, even though it may fit your technical reason for entering the market. But again, most of some of the greatest trades are at the maximum point of fear. And that's where, the public, the retail traders are afraid to get into the market. Not to say that you're catching a falling knife or you're shorting a screaming bull market. I'm talking about when there's a valid technical setup for you to enter the market, where most people are afraid to go into the market because they need more confirmation. They need more information or price action to confirm a trend. And again, potentially by that point, they may be getting a very poor entry at the end of a move, trapping them to where the market or the banks may move it to the other side and run their stops, or which are just orders. So, again, it's very challenging for most retail traders to not listen or take other traders' opinions into account. And one of the things that Anton Krill talks about is how the industry perpetuates a lot of the courses, the use of indicators, different types of simple technical analysis approach that when you review back in history, of course, you can see obvious trade setups, but in live time, whether that's end of day or intraday, sometimes that can be challenging because there's too much analysis paralysis. But again, that's only 25% of the equation, because the industry also knows that the human factor plays a much larger role in not only entering, exiting the trades, but in trade management, stop placement, leverage, position sizing, all those different things where we end up making impulsive emotional errors because we're trading our own money. And that's where, again, we talk about this in the 7-step daily routine. You have to approach it like an elite professional. And if you read any of Bill Lipschutz's work or some of the other market wizards that were elite traders, they work incessantly at getting better. We talked about this in some of the other videos with Mike Bellafiore in the playbook. and multi-seven-figure traders, just constantly doing the work to review their trades, videotaping, looking over all the different time frames to see where their edge could have been improved or how they could have maybe got more out of a winning trade or lost less, got out of a losing trade sooner, those sorts of scenarios, or were able to pyramid into trades. They're just working harder and harder and harder to get the edge where they can potentially squeeze more out of the market or squeeze more out of their best playbook trade setups. So again, build your playbook. Take your best trade setups. Master those setups. When they present, become a master at executing and hitting those trade setups. You know, one of the things that I really have just honed in on is price, because price doesn't create a lot of analysis paralysis. You know, time of day and price, that's really where I find that now it's getting simpler for me to take a trade, place my stop, place a target, and again, just accept the outcome of that scenario and learn from each trade. You know, and in the process, hopefully, you know, don't do too much damage. And Bill Lipschutz talked about this. You know, 3 to 5 of his trades were potentially the biggest trades of the year for him, whereas, you know, 2 or 3 of his biggest losers trades were also his biggest losers, and all the other trades in between were just kind of win some, lose some, break even. And so, if you can trade less and just focus more and more and more on those higher probability patterns from your best playbook trade setups, the chances are you're going to be able to maximize the returns on your trading account rather than trying to trade all the time and maybe having some mediocre you know, trades through there, but also having the psychological ups and downs that go along with that. So hopefully you got some value from today's video, traders. Stay focused on your own approach to the markets. Don't worry about what other traders' opinions are. Don't worry about what the news says. Don't worry about what CNN or Bloomberg's or what the economic calendar numbers are. Trade your plan according to your whatever your parameters are. Get better at every single trade. Try to really hone in on your best playbook trade setups. If you haven't done so, go to my homepage. Get my 7-step daily routine for high-performance traders. Bulletproof your mindset to be coming back every day, trading better, trading your plan more flawlessly, you know, carving out your edge, learning something new every day, learning from other traders, studying the market, you know, your daily psychology journal, just typing 1 or 2 sentences every single day about what you learned. Take your screenshots, build your playbook, get better every single day, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High-Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.